Okay, still on champion newspapers. Your award ceremony was very successful. I was there. I must confess, I was really impressed with the turnout and the caliber of people that I saw there. What are the criteria of winning the champion award?
Well, thank you so much for what you just said, we have been on it, for in champion we believe that we're for a better society, and the award is not for everybody, it's not for sale. It's for those who have really contributed by hard work and, in society, made changes that are unusual. For us, it's a board of editorial board and some technocrats and, who are partners. We sit down and we go through individuals. Even some criteria can be, for instance, like the man of the year, can have 20, 30 names voted in and one person scales through. And there must be a reason why that person scaled through that monumental achievements that are different. He must have done something different from others. And then again, it can be a young man that picked up ₦1 million in his taxi cab and brought it to police station. He is also entitled to an award because he's honest. So the award is all encompassing for every area of life. But the person must meet the prerequisite requirement, being that they did something unusual that also is worthy of emulation,
Something that makes him a champion.
Exactly. After we had our award and some people saw the Fidelity Bank MD, one lady told me, I'm in the university reading banking. Does it mean one day I'm going to be at her level? I said, of course, if you work hard, by His grace. So it's important that we showcase these individuals. They have not left Nigeria. They are here and they are making it and they are contributing and they are changing the narratives in the environment. And it's very important to showcase them so people will feel encouraged to do something good.
Okay, I'm also looking forward to winning.
Oh yes, you are very well qualified. Zaki, I never told you why I really am much into you and your music. You see, women in Nigeria, they've come a long way. And you are one of the champions of democratic movement.
That's very true.
And then you have also, ever since, I've known you for over 20 years, remember?
Yes.
In the old champion,
yes,
you have always been into women and prosperity and helping women and carrying us along. Because most men may be selfish and say, you said, you love women. I mean, you made me learn the Hausa language, the content of your song. And, look how far we've made it. Women are getting appointed into positions. Some of them have done very well, but on a scale of 1 to 10, only 1% have done.
We almost produced
1%.
First female governors.
Oh yes.
Yeah, it was just slight,
yes.
Slightly.
I'm looking forward to first female president. Yes, and it will happen in our lifetime.
Like in Liberia.
Yes.
Talking about women, most African, Nigerian culture, tradition are always not in favor of women empowerment. Plus, there are scenarios. Thank God you are Igbo. We've read stories where how when the husband dies, different things happen. There are a lot of our African/Nigerian traditions that are not in favor of women and women empowerment. In all these traditions, which part of it pains you the most?
Wow, so many part of it actually pains me a lot. Like the instance of the female child. Maybe a man has all female children and he's done very well. And then when the Lord calls him, he passes on. All those uncles will come and say, no, you're a female, you cannot inherit. It's not right. I think God made them male and female. And he also believes that women should be accommodated, female and male children should be. And I thank God for Mojeku versus Mojeku, where that came into law in Nigeria, that female and male have equal right of inheritance. And also some places where they haven't allowed women to excel. It's always a little run between politicians in the male and female thing. Maybe a guy wants to be governor, he will then say this woman is not good. And then some of them begin to raise negative propaganda as if it's a male-dominated sphere. But the truth is that in every profession that there is, both men and women are allowed to be, they used to call us gentlemen of the press, in the past. But we have where women are there now. A lot of women CEO, excellent women photographers and reporters and all that, So these things is like cultural, and we're shedding those perceptions. The world is evolving, it is changing, and with intermarriages and intermingling and international communities influence, and for us getting learned, that is why education is the backbone of any prosperous nation, and also for democracy. The more enlightened we are, the more we take positive charge of situations. Yes, Nigerian women, I want to congratulate or thank the presidents that have also accommodated women to rise. I think we need more positions.
A young lady who is just starting life, let's say she just finished her NYC, started working and got her first 1 to 5 million naira. What would you advise her to do? Where should she invest it? How should she invest that money? What's your advice for her?
Wow. In fact, for a young person having that kind of startup, it is okay, it's good for a fresh graduate. But what I will encourage them to do is to first of all look at what is prevailing in the environment and areas where she can latch on to. Like, I can give you an idea now. Small business that some of them she can engage in. Tailoring, tailoring or fashion will never go out of place. Maybe a hairdressing salon, or even a bit of agric, poultry, all that. And even baking. People are having trade centers now, learning wig making and all that, When we start off small and we grow the money, you have to make sure you have a bookkeeper or a person that can look into this feasibility study to make sure so that you don't lose that money that you have got. But most importantly, don't pursue an area of investment because you think you will make money out of it. Let it be something of interest, something that you will feel happy doing, rather than just, maybe you want to do catfish thing and you're afraid of fishes, because that is also another money-making area. So you have to do what you're comfortable with.
Okay, like we were discussing initially about the Nigerian entertainment industry, how it has evolved over the years. In all this, Nigeria being on top now, as a journalist, you have vast knowledge, which is why I'm asking you about our profession now. In what areas, having achieved all this now, where do you think that the Nigerian entertainment industry is still lacking?
Well, I must start by saying I'm very proud of the Nigerian entertainment industry. When they started, I never knew that they would really get to this climb. You're out there, you hear about Davido, you hear about Burna Boy, Tiwa Savage, you hear about Zaki, and then you hear about, even the actors and actresses, they're earning money in dollars. They're bringing money and putting in our system because all that money they get out there is spent here. So let me tell you that the most patriotic Nigerians, because when they go out there and fetch the wealth, they bring it home. They invest, they hire people.
They even change the bad image of
exactly,
Nigeria.
They do. And people are very excited. So I'm so proud of them. I pray that this government will really encourage the entertainment industry. And you know, in the past, parents will say, listen, my son, you must be a doctor, engineer, or lawyer. But now, when that child is with microphone and they're singing, they'll buy another one because they have seen that it can be done.
Yes.
You know, that once a person has a talent, I feel like when I tell my children to go to school and take academics seriously, I believe that, yes, having the certificate is very important, but there's some other thing that you come in with, which is like your destiny. You know, I see like Davido's case, when I interviewed and read his history, that it's about destiny. He already knew what he wanted to be, and he became that. Just like the footballer. I used to have a cousin that they used to punish all the time because of football. And this guy finally made it abroad. The mother was just apologizing to him. I'm so sorry for all those years. When I say, go and read your book, he will hide. So when he now became able and became a man, he joined the football club in Owerri. From there, he was discovered. He's abroad playing, and he's a big guy. So I think that mothers should also have patience, but education, if we can, please, is important. You know, and then life skills is also important. You know, because when, like we're talking about now, people will go to school, robots are taking up the job. So you also need to have your own life skills that would fetch you money for survival.
Okay, I agree with you. In other words, what you have said is, no matter how talented you are, get some education.
Yes.
I agree with you totally. So, and because I also, as an entertainer, has also observed that most of those entertainers who are educated are more successful.
Beautiful.
And behave differently, invest differently, plan differently.
Oh, yes.
Present the music or drama or whatever they are doing differently from those who are not educated. So I agree with you.
I am proud of Banky W. I mean, we had a reception here during his election, and you look at him as an actor. To be an actor is not an easy job. You're pronouncing some script, you're looking at the script. You have to be somebody intelligent to be able to, do this. Everybody wakes up and says, I want to go and do Nollywood, and Nollywood, I laugh. I said, better go to school and learn the theater acts, or go through any kind of training, an institute. You don't just wake up and become that. And then, I was also happy to know he's an engineer. He read engineering. And then look at him doing all these things, and also, also having political ambition, and also being an actor. There is nothing that he cannot do with the balancing act in life. I'm so proud of him. I'm proud of all of them in that industry.
Same here. Okay, how do you handle disappointment and betrayal?
Well, betrayal, even Jesus was betrayed. When things happen, people start screaming and feeling, oh my God, why me? And I even feel bad when people get depressed that somebody betrayed them. Bible said, don't put your trust in human beings. There's a reason why. I'm a Christian, so I'll be making reference to the Bible. If that happens, if it's somebody you can talk to, tell them nicely, it wasn't good what they did. But if it's going to bring any rowdiness or problem, just move on. And then also, don't let that affect your future step, but just be careful if you can. Because there's always red lights, signs. If I cannot trust you with a little assignment, I cannot give you bigger ones. And if that person has failed you initially, it's most likely they will do it again. So I think that if betrayal comes, yes, just move on. Don't waste your time whining or feeling bad. Just look for something else to do. Because if you look up, you move forward. If you keep looking back, you don't make progress.
What I have taken home from everything you said, personally, is that one of the key things you mentioned that I learned is once you have been betrayed or disappointed, make sure you are not idle. Yes, because you just said that find something doing. Don't sit back and, Okay, my last question. What is your wish or your prayer for Nigeria as a country?
I love my country. And God knows why He made me and us to be Nigerians. My wish for Nigeria is a very robust future, more prosperous Nigeria, more development, great leaders. And I wish that all our children that have Japad, you take children abroad to go to school, they don't want to come back. It's not a good thing. And when they go over there, they also face the pain of being, foreigners. If Nigeria works, believe me, they'll be back. So that's what I want. Nigeria is like that mother feeling a burden, wanting her children back. And when they come back, after they have collected the golden fleece or anything, let there be safety, let there be freedom, and let there be joy. Let us unify so much. I love it when we have intertribal marriages. We are one. When you look at Kunle and your name is Uche or Ngozi, you will know that Kunle is your daughter, your sister's baby. We must remain unified. There is beauty in the diversity, and there is beauty in us being together. I love Nigeria, and I thank God for making me a Nigerian, and we will see to the positivity and growth of Nigeria. We are not going anywhere.
Amen.
We'll make sure with our knees we are praying, with hard work we are doing that, and then having good relationship. If we don't get along with each other, how are we going to build the country? A house divided against itself will not stand. So we are one Nigeria. It's not about Igbo, Hausa, Yoruba. We are one. We should embrace ourselves. The way I saw the pre-war, before things turned sour, people were relating, marrying each other, enjoying each other's company. So we need to get back to that. I need to get back to the time when I will be stuck somewhere. I'll stay in my friend's house in Kaduna, and there'll be no problem, And if the president can address this insurgency from the north, it will help a lot, And I trust him. I know that he can do that.
Thank you so much. Now you see why we have to have these guests on True Nigerians, Heroes of Our Time. We've been educated. We have been talking to the Group Managing Director of Champion Newspapers, Dr. Mrs. NWADIUTO, IHEAKANWA, IWUANYANWU. And we have really learned a lot. So many issues concerning Nigeria have been discussed. Personally, I'm educated too in different places, especially the betrayal part, I've been betrayed a lot.
Oh, don't worry, Zaki. You are good. God has made you strong.
Thank you very much, man.
Don't worry.
Okay, it's True Nigerians, Heroes of Our Time. It's that time that you have been waiting for, a time when we get to give her a tax, as usual, on True Nigerians, Heroes of Our Time. We won't tell you what her tax will be. We'll just surprise you with it, as we usually do. True Nigerians, Heroes of Our Time. If you are ready, let's go there. Okay, I told you we'll surprise you with her tax. I still have with me on True Nigerians, Heroes of Our Time, the Group Managing Director of Champion Newspapers, Dr. Mrs. NWADIUTO, IHEAKANWA, IWUANYANWU. Yes. She's still on set here with me, and we're about to do her tax. She would surprisingly sing to us a Hausa song, then she will make herself unavailable with Davido's song, I'm Unavailable, and then she would also sing for us an Igbo song, which that is left for her discretion to choose whatever Igbo song, but she must sing a Hausa song and make herself unavailable with Davido. If you're ready, it's True Nigerians, Heroes of Our Time. Madam, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay.
Ever ready. I'm not available. They know they see me. I'm not available. They know they see me. I'm not available. They know they see me. I'm not available. They know they see me.
Okay. That was very good.
Nice music.
I didn't know you get it. Okay, let's
Oh,
go
yes.
to the Hausa song.
Yes. Mingangan se kumangwobe ngwobe malam into finjida. Mingangan se kumangwobe ngwobe malam into finjida nagwode.
Haka.
In fact, I want to thank my brother Flavor for keeping us shaking and dancing, resurrecting our culture and everything. Oh, yeah.
Ayorima.
Ayorima. The conqueror, the emperor is here.
Hey, I like
Nzobu,
that.
Nzobu, Enyimba, Enyim. Oya dike, Oya dike, Iye jimala dike ruwenu, egwe chenji wo, Akwana mbabasi, Anaga basi, Akwana ngachasia, Anabachasi, Imakwandia wo. Now we there here. It's a couple of here. Now we there here.
Flavor will pay me for this.
Flavor.
No, I like that song. I like the way they dance it.
Oh, Zobu. Enyimba, Zobu is elephant, you know. Okay. Enyimba is the big elephant, like a big elephant is coming.
Okay.
You know, he has really done so well.
Wow. Your family must be enjoying you a lot. You are
really?
Very lively.
Thank you so
I didn't know
much.
you are this current everything.
It keeps one happy and young.
Oh, that's
we
really
must
good.
Catch up with the latest trend.
Yes.
And we shouldn't be stiff.
Yes.
Your children are growing, you're growing with them. We should do things that make us happy.
Exactly.
You know, and then, you know, people are going home.
Positive things.
All that. Positive things.
Positive things.
And the joy that will not give others sorrow.
Exactly.
Oh, yes.
Say, you said he was in Igbo. So can you say the thing in Igbo? The joy that will not give others sorrow.
Obi aṅụrị na-agaghị ebutere ndị ọzọ iru uju.
Bam! Like they say in the home videos. Bam! Okay, we have been talking to the Group Managing Director, Champion Newspapers, Dr. Mrs. NWADIUTO IHEAKANWA IWUANYANWU. I got it right.
Yes, you did.
Yes.
Yes. Well
thank
done.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
I'm really grateful.
Thank you so much.
I can't thank you enough.
No, thank you.
Know, you've actually made my day. It's been a warm evening. Can we end with your song? Na 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 na.
Mata IHEAKANWU nesu. Dole ne muzangiru mamasu. Wata guda so tole day. Yanwa kubele na mata IHEAKANWU nesu.
Oh, that song really, I know too much. You know, it celebrates women.
That's true.
We are your sisters. You know, I had to go and learn the meaning of that Hausa language. And then I like the music where you transcribe the word, even as you're singing.
Yes.
The meaning kept coming up, and I'm in love with the song.
Much. Thank you
Eternally in love with it. Thank you
so much. Thank you so much. It's been true Nigerians, heroes of our time. We have really been educated and also enjoyed the company of the Group Managing Director of Champion Newspaper, Dr. Mrs. NWADIUTO IHEAKANWA IWUANYANWU, who is a very successful, hard-working woman who is an Ajebota, but Ajekpako in action.
Yes, Ajekpako.
You know,
surviving the Nigerian business terrain.
But yes, but she works so hard and she's focused, which is why there was this. You know, we have our social media votes that she must be on this program. Thank you very much for your contributions to the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Thank you.
God bless you. Thank you for your time. And thank you very much for watching.
More women in government, more women in government.
Women are always campaigning. So more women in government. Emiloko.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you. It's true Nigerians, heroes of our time. Thank you for watching, and bye.
Bye-bye.
This country needs unity. We need peace.
I'm all for renegotiating the terms of our coexistence. We have to renegotiate it.
The
youth have been misguided, unfortunately. You know,
I like my country. I like the land and people.
Hey, look, I have 40% shares in this company. So if I had known that you...
Judges are either corrupted or they are afraid of giving judgment.
There's no stopping us.
No stopping.
But government requires more revenue to make sure that these initiatives...
Give us a better Nigeria! Give us a better...
Youth are the vehicles of change. The youth are the answer.